I have to explain why I'm declaring war against the KJVO. It's not a matter of interpretation. It's a matter of them lying. Here's the lie that they tell. If I tell you that a given translation is better than another, then that means I can read the text that it was translated from. So if I were to tell you that Alan Bloom's translation of Plato's Republic is better than, okay, then that would mean I could read Greek. I would have to be able to read the Greek to tell you if Alan Bloom's translation is good or better than the Greek itself, which would be impossible, or better than somebody else's translation, right? If I read Cervantes, Don Quixote, in Spanish, and then I look at the English, I can tell if the English is good or bad versus the Spanish. But I'd have to be able to read Spanish, wouldn't I? To know that. Okay then. All these KJVO, from their readers on down, are running around telling you that the King James English is inspired and better than the Hebrew and Greek texts, or that the Hebrew and Greek texts are wrong, especially the Alexandrian texts. Really? Then why can't they read them? Not one of the leaders in the KJVO movement can read the Greek and Hebrew. Not one. And none of the people running around on the YouTube, like KJV-only 01, Edward PF 123, BBB Ohio, Street Preacher 1611, Sanderson 1611, etc., none of those people can actually read the Hebrew and Greek. So how do they know the English is any good? By contrast, I spent 45 videos, and could spend many more, showing you where the KJV is mistranslated versus its own Textus Receptus. Vilely mistranslated. Cutting Christ's head off in Hebrews 11:1, disinheriting Christ in Isaiah 53:12. So there's an example from Greek in Hebrews, and an example from the Hebrew in Isaiah. It's right there on screen. You can see it. And there were many more examples in my videos. How come the KJV-only don't do that? I'd love to see them try. So that's why you know they're a liar first. Is that they can't read the Greek and the Hebrew. So then their claims about the English being better or worse than some other translation, they don't know. So what are they doing? They're bearing false witness. Ooh, that's a violation of one of the 10 Commandments, isn't it? Yeah. And what did the New Testament constantly warn us about? Those spreading false doctrine, those lying. They're lying. Every single one of them. So the next time you are confronted with the KJVO, or if you're KJVO yourself, ask the question, well, how do I know the English is any good if I can't read the Hebrew and Greek that went before? Duh.